What's going on, my crew? This is Jay, and welcome to another episode of Jay's Adventures. And you might be hearing a sort of familiar noise. Of course, now they don't do it. Well, I guess their noise by their mouth is enough. You guys can see I've been doing some work. Not just any work. Bone mealing like crazy. Yeah. It really, honestly, brings out so much in the land. Just look, that right there. One of the things, let me just tell you a tip right off the bat, building tip. What you want to do after you build something, before you make any big changes, get away from the camera, get away from Minecraft for 2 hours, go do something different, then come back. Because when I first did this, I was like, I just don't feel like it's enough. I just feel like there's not enough flowers. It just doesn't look good. And now that I'm back here, oh my goodness, it's just perfect. I really have liked the way this looks. But the one thing that I've been missing is the flowers. And it looks great normally. But then I come around. Wow. Even better than it was. Obviously, these trees are not meant to be here right now, but today I want to work on a little something different. I found this guy. His name's Madness64. Link will be in the description. But he does amazing builds, and one of the little things that I've done, we need some gravel, we need some andesite, and we need some smooth stone. One of the things that I've noticed that he was doing, and I just started doing a little bit myself, was rivers. He did a little video talking about rivers. And it's a new series he's going to do, but let's just kind of look this way. Another thing that you are able to do when you walk away from something is kind of allow yourself to be a bit more unbiased on things. So right now, when I walked away, I was like, doesn't feel very good. And when I come back, I'm still feeling the same way. I'm feeling like, it's not great. I don't like it as much as I thought I did. But what we've got here is we've got a waterfall. And I've talked about this way back in the day. Some of you guys that have been following me for a long time remember, shortly before I closed iMine and Craft, I was talking about how when you have a mountain like this, the snow's going to melt, the water's going to drain down into the river. And what we've got with this river right now is I've sort of built the river into the lake. Of course, the river goes this way. It's dark. I got to go to bed. Crap. Nighttime sucks. Really does. I imported some of these trees so we can build these little huts. It's nice. I need to get them a better garden. I tried to build a garden right down there. No one wants to work in the fields. They all want to play with the doors. They really don't care about the fields. But as long as they stay alive, that's good. Okay, let's go back to the river. So this is kind of the test river, and the reason why is because over there's so much stuff going on already, and if I do any testing on it, I don't want to ruin the beauty of that. So let's get started right about here. And what he does is he does something very simple, but it really struck me as, I don't know, just really honestly, you guys will see. Rivers typically, and I live by a river, so I know, typically don't just go dirt and then bam, you've got yourself, we'll cut down this tree, don't worry, that's illogical, and then bam, you don't have that sort of transition point between dirt and river. You do with streams, but a lot of times when you have that situation going on, there's erosion, so you get like, I don't know, massive, not really cliffs or anything like that, but in the dirt. And what we got right here already is a nice transition between, and I'll get rid of those trees here, but between the river and the dirt. And already, wow, does it change the way this river looks. When we start to do this around the whole area, this river turns from just a river to something incredible. And if we build things right here, like this is a shallow part of it, so maybe like this is one thing he showed. I wish I had a grass blocks here. But what we can do is we can then put a little bit of the grass, tall grass, in the middle right around here. And even though, yes, sure, it's not, we don't have that transition point, but what we do have is we have almost reed-like things. And we can put reeds. He doesn't like reeds. I personally like reeds. But let's kind of do a little bit more of this sort of bridge from the river. And the sand, while the sand is great, and I think technically sand is found, this particular type of sand I don't see very often near rivers, at least where I live. Mediterranean rivers and stuff, I think a lot of that's just gravel. I suppose if you're in a desert area, then yes, rivers would have sand near them. But I find, frankly, the most common thing I find near rivers is gonna be this gravel. And the andesite just adds a different little tone to it. Kind of give it this look. And I don't want to go all the way around. What I really want... I need to get rid of this block right here. What I really want to do is go around this area, because this is the area that's going to be mostly seen by people entering the town. So, and this is all just terraforming. So, when we look at doing things like this, I don't want you guys to think that this is something that's been pre-built. This is something that naturally occurs. And I could make an excuse to go into creative to do this, but honestly, if I don't use these materials for something, I'm never going to use them. Because what we're talking about here is basically cobblestone. And we're just going to... Are you kidding me? My diamond shovel just broke when I'm trying to do this project. Oh my goodness. In fact, this right here doesn't look correct. The other thing he was talking about is little details like this right here. No one's going to notice it. But if we just add that little bit of detail, one day... oh man, I still need to get you guys... whoops. I was just realizing I still need to get you guys a world download. Sorry. I'll get it soon. One day when I get that world download out, if you guys end up looking at this stuff, you're probably going to be like, Jay, you did a great job, except for the fact that you have this little mismatch. Oh, let's chop down these 2 trees. I need to make a crafting bench so we can make an old school cobblestone shovel. But what we're going to do here is... You'll notice the second layer is not going to be as... like right here. This one has a couple holes right here, right over here. Just as a randomization basis, but not... We don't want to go with a pattern. That's the hardest part about randomization, is naturally our eye starts to make a pattern. And we need to be careful that we don't do that. Because once we start making patterns, then it... Especially with nature, because nature is really, really random. We want it to look authentic. That's the word I'm looking for. So like right here. And then we start to put in our stone And a little bit up here with some gravel. Okay? But we leave this part open. Now let's take a step back and kind of look at what we've done so far. And you guys can see already our river looks a lot better. So, what other things can we do to the river to make it look even nicer? To kind of add to the look and all of that? Well, of course, there is grass, which I used up all my bone meal. So we can't do that. There's the reeds, which maybe I can find some. And then there's trees that we can make. And that's the important part here. Ooh, still got bones left. I don't think I carried any sort of... Right. Okay. Now, let me just preface what I said earlier. Not preface. Postface? I'm making up a word. I'm not implying that any river, there's no river out there that has dirt by it. I'm sure there is. I'm just saying from rivers that I've seen personally, typically what's near them is gravel. That I found. Gravel, stone. Of course, I live in Vermont, which is like hard rocky soil everywhere, but by the way, particularly around this stuff, we want there to be overgrown tall grass because it's feeding off this water right here. But if we could get some reeds in here, that would be nice. And I'm trying to think of anything else. Lily pads. I'd like to put some lily pads nearby. Maybe if we look at it from this view. Yeah, that's a lot better. Because we haven't finished it completely. But these rivers, man, it's a game changer for me because I love to play around with the nature in the game, and I'm not very good at it. So it's frustrating for me to be like, oh, okay, well, I want to do this, but I can't do it because I'm not good enough at building it. So when I do stuff like this, it makes me feel a little bit better, like I'm more capable than I think I am, which is something that I think people in general don't realize is a lot of us are more capable than we think we are. A lot smarter than we think we are. And a lot better in general than we think we are. Which I guess is a good thing. Better than the opposite, the alternative. But one of the things I wanted to vent out in this episode, I was kind of been annoyed lately with a lot of the way people react. I don't want to say kids, but I remember being between 16 and 18, and you think you're smart, you think you know everything in the world, and what that does is it makes you cynical. For those of you that don't know what cynical means, it's basically that you think you know it all, you've seen it all, done it all, so nothing really can surprise you. And you look at life in a negative light. BOO has been switching up his channel quite a bit, and a lot of people are mad about it that have been with him for a while. Some of you guys remember way back when he was switching up his channel the first time, I kind of alluded to not really wanting to watch him anymore because he wasn't playing a lot of Minecraft. But there's been a shift in a lot of the Let's Players that they're trying different things. They're trying to make things more... And by the way, we're looking for reeds. I'm going back to go sleep so we don't have to deal with a gazillion crazies. There's been a shift in the gaming community. I've seen at least the portion of the community that I sort of call myself a part of that says, well, right now Minecraft is in a dip. No one wants to watch Minecraft, so don't do Minecraft. I think there's merit to that, but it's not exactly true. Yes, I think I'll see a boost in views when Minecraft comes out with a new update. But there's this stigma that Minecraft is done. That, like, it's over. There's going to be no updates after Microsoft came around. The truth is, a lot of the guys are very, very busy with other projects right now, and there's a lot of gaming community stuff that is going on. And of course, Minecraft, being as big as it is a part of that. It's not that they're not thinking of updates or coming up with updates. It's that updates at this point are still in the dev position. They're trying to figure out what exactly they want to do. By the way, stop for a second. See the difference between the rivers? We have this river right here, the sandy river right here, and then this right here. What we need is we need conformity around this entire river, which really, really helps not really beef up the river, but make the river look a little more natural. Anyways, so yeah, I was reading the comment section, and I replied to one of the guys because he made some really good points. But I just told him, you know, it's like when you have a friend that breaks up with their girlfriend, and they're feeling really down, and they haven't showered, and all this stuff. You can't just, like, walk away from them and be like, no, you're not like you used to be. I'm not going to hang out with you. I don't like you anymore, and then walk away. No, you need to be there for them. Because they're going to revert back. B-Double-O, I've been with him for a long time. He's going to play Minecraft again, mostly. He still does. And I really honestly can't find reeds. Oh, we have more of the river somewhere, I think, right? Uh-oh. Careful. But then somebody came on and was like, well, B-Double-O doesn't care. B-Double-O doesn't even know you. He doesn't care about one person and 1 million subscribers, and it's stupid to think that he actually reads the comments and all that. And it's like, you know, while that may be true that he doesn't know me, B-Double-O, I know, cares about his subscribers, each and every one of them, just like I care about you guys. The difference is the interaction. When you're small like me, you can interact with every single little subscriber. When you're big like him, it's hard. And to pick and choose subscribers, to reply to follow, all that stuff, can I really... It would have been much easier for me just to go into the Nether Hub, go back, and get more. But I guess we wouldn't have been on this adventure. Yeah, I can interact with all you guys, but B-Double-O is way too big to be able to comment to everybody. You just need to accept that. That's part of life. That's the way of the world. But it doesn't mean that he doesn't care. So I just wanted to let you guys know that no matter what happens, if I ever get big and I don't respond to something that you say, and somebody makes a comment like that ever to you, whoa. That's cool. Huh. Maybe we'll do something with this. And somebody makes a comment that to you. Oh, reads. You don't have... I wouldn't reply, actually, because that person's a troll. They're really just trolling you. But I want you to know that I do care. I do care about every single person, and one day, maybe... Right. You're right. I won't be able to reply to everybody. But one thing I will always, always, always pride myself in is that I genuinely care about every single one of you. No, I may not subscribe to every single channel. No, I may not be watching your videos back or any of that stuff. But what I can tell you is that when you guys are sad, it makes me sad. When somebody's like, and Shadow Serpent said this, somebody says, hey, I broke my toe. You know, I feel for you. I feel sorry that you broke your toe. And one day when I'm big and I can't read that you broke your toe, or I can't necessarily reply every time, I'm still probably going to be reading that you broke your toe, and I'm still probably going to feel bad. So just because I don't reply, just because I don't subscribe, just because I don't do the things that you think I should do or want me to do, doesn't mean that I don't care. And I wanted to let you guys know that, because I just don't like the cynicism that comes out from people. And don't be cynical yourself. That's another great lesson. Learn to always be surprised. Learn that generally in the world, people try to be good. There are some bad people, yes. But for the most part, I think people, at least in their own mind, think that they're doing good. There we go. Perfect. I like that. Beautiful. I wonder if this grows. You can't put it in the water anymore? That sucks. Oh yeah, if we turn this around, ooh, this is gonna look good. Alright, that's gonna do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna work on more on the river surrounding this area. I'm also gonna beef up some parts here and there of the waterfall. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time, happy mining and crafting.